Hey everybody, thanks for coming by and checking out our program director presentation. I'm Mark Sachs. I'm the program director at Crozier Chester Medical Center, and I'm here with
Max Cooper. I'm the APD and ultrasound director at Crozier Chester Medical Center.
And Karima Sajadi, another APD.
We also have several of our chief residents.
I'm Wesley Goodman-Levy.
Hi, I'm Nick Del Bono.
Hi, I'm Dennis Ostick.
And thanks for joining us. As you all get ready for the 2023-2024 match year, we want to take a few minutes and talk to you about our program. Our hospital is Crozier Chester Medical Center. We're a large community style hospital located just south of Philadelphia. We have a large clinical campus with more than 300 inpatient beds and a long history of graduate medical education with more than 14 different residency and fellowship programs based at our hospital. Despite that, we have a largely unopposed emergency medicine residency, meaning that there's no orthopedic residency or other subspecialty surgical residencies or programs, invasive fellowship programs. So we have a very broad scope of practice in the emergency department. We're the only trauma center in the area, and we have a high percentage of penetrating traumas due to the community environment that our hospital is located in. We have a very active responsibility in the trauma resuscitations, both when you're the emergency medicine resident working in the emergency department and also when you're rotating through the trauma team. We're one of very few burn centers in the Philadelphia area, and we have a great number of patients that get transferred here for our burn specialty care, either to the emergency department or to the burn unit directly, where our residents rotate. We're the only 24/7 crisis center in the area, and we see a large number of psychiatric emergencies. We're also a comprehensive stroke center, which is the highest level of stroke care in the country. We also have a very active EMS community and run an EMS training and simulation center. And so there's tons of opportunities for emergency medicine residents. We've become really well integrated in the community and in the hospital in particular. The other sites, so here you can see a picture of the hospital with the community of Chester behind us, and then the Delaware River behind that. The other sites of our residency program are Nemours. Nemours is where you'll go for your PEDS-EM and PEDS ICU rotations. It's also known as DuPont. It's about 14 miles south of Crozier, just over into Wilmington, Delaware. It's a level 1 pediatric trauma center and a real quaternary care pediatric hospital where people travel from a great distance to receive their medical care there. It's a very new facility with really gorgeous kind of state-of-the-art facilities, and it's the home of pediatric emergency medicine as well as ICU fellowship programs. And unlike many adult EM residency programs with their pediatric partners, we have a real partnership with Nemours. Nemours sends their fellows up with us for training, so you'll rotate with the PEM fellows in the emergency department, also on your EMS and ultrasound rotations, in addition to when you travel down to Nemours. We also have another pediatric partner, St. Christopher's, which is in Philadelphia, and we're really excited to start this year. In the PGY2 year and the second year, in order to have continuity of care and to experience a slightly different community and patient population, our residents will be doing a block of PEDS-EM at St. Christopher's in Philadelphia. St. Christopher's is also a home to a PEDS-EM fellowship program, and we'll have combined educational conferences such as our cadaver lab and other trainings with the St. Christopher's PEM fellows. We do community rotations at Taylor Hospital, which is fairly close geographically to Crozier, but in a very different community with a very different patient population. It's a busy community hospital and has a unified faculty. So although the patients and resources available in the hospital might be new and different, the faculty, the EMR, and those things will be continuous, which makes for an easy transition to working there. What's a little bit different about Taylor as well is that there's fewer sort of on-site resources and consultants available, so the scope of practice is even broader there than it is at Crozier. Additionally, EM residents are often called upon to go upstairs to do emergent procedures and that sort of thing because of the lack of subspecialty availability.
Yeah. So this next slide really speaks to our mission statement, and I know we're not supposed to just read words off a slide, so I'll let you guys do that. But when you kind of look at this and digest it, I really want you to understand that a lot of love and care from all of the emergency department staff and the entire medical faculty went into creating this. I think it really speaks to how dedicated we are as a faculty group and as a hospital to having a top-notch EM residency program. And we were really quite thoughtful as we put this together. And I think that same thoughtfulness really carries forward into the kind of care and training that we provide to all of our residents.
I just want to add on that I think that a lot of that mission statement is reflected in those clinical experiences and the diversity of places you go. And you're not just going these places and getting through those months. You're really going there. You're going to the community site, the community PED site, the academic PED site, and getting a really deep dive in education, and it's just reflected in the excellence we bring all around to our mission statement and our learning.
So our educational goal, again, I don't want to read off the slide, but basically you will be a pro at recognizing and treating anything that is acute and dangerous. You will be very comfortable in treating anything that pretty much walks into our door or being brought through the doors. Also, we're very heavy on research and scholarship, particularly our ultrasound department. So you will get a chance to get published, hopefully, and get yourself involved in the research. We also is a huge teaching site. We have multiple medical students from Drexel Medical School, PCOM, that coming through. We have residents from other services rotating through our department, so you will get a chance to be a teacher. Also, we have multiple subspecialty areas that are available to you, which is ultrasound, emergency ultrasound, EMS, PDM, sports medicine, tox, and also med ed and medical simulation.
Just to give a shout out to our ultrasound division, because I'm ultrasound director and I can't not pass up this opportunity. We really do have a great fellowship, and we train people on not just all the core kind of aspects of emergency ultrasound, but several of these very interesting emerging advanced aspects of ultrasound. We do a lot of regional anesthesia ultrasound guided, and we're in the process of developing a transesophageal echocardiography resuscitation program.
So just looking through these past few slides, you can see that we feel that our residents here should be trained by those who actually practice emergency medicine, unlike some of the other programs out there that feel that you should be trained by the subspecialist cardiologist. We just feel that our rotations here allow us to hone our skills in EM, and we just do most of our rotations actually through the emergency department.
So let's talk about the curriculum a little bit. We are, as you can notice, looking at the slide, we're very heavy on emergency medicine because we follow the motto of our EM founding fathers that EM is best learned from EM docs. And I think Nick already alluded to that. So if you look at the slide, you will see that you start your residency when you're a PGY 1 with an orientation and a boot camp. And it is what it is, the boot camp where you will go over everything you need for a successful Head Start. And then you will have your usual rotations, and as I said, it's very heavy on EM. Among some highlights in our curriculum is that you will get a rotation in burn ICU, toxicology, PZM as we mentioned, but also sports medicine, EMS, medical education, and EM administration. And of course, as a PGY2 and PGY3, you will get an elective.
So, we truly believe that we have just an awesome clinical and educational experience, and it's really hard to summarize that and give you examples of that in this setting. But really, it's broad-based and varied, and hopefully always educational and always fun and interesting. It starts primarily with our weekly conference, where we have protected time every Wednesday morning, and during this time we try to cover the core content of the curriculum of emergency medicine. While it's impossible to completely get away from the standard lecture format, we try to mix it up with resident-run board review and other activities, try to have some faculty and outside expert lectures, and really try to focus on the gamification, turning lectures into games and contests and trivia, and other special events by incorporating simulation procedures and hands-on activities such as a wilderness day or practicing various kinds of birth problems and social dystocias and things like that. We also do the Foundations of EM curriculum, which is a small-based group format where we talk through cases in a sort of standardized fashion in a similar way to the oral boards.
In addition to your education in the ER and the conference room, we have many other educational activities that will take you into the city of Philadelphia and even to some forests. So monthly, we have a quality improvement conference, as well as some joint conferences with key groups within our hospital, including trauma and OBGYN. We also have a Crozier Cup, which is a year-end competition from all the EM learning you've had. We have a strong emphasis on medical simulation, which happens multiple times per month, run by our own EM faculty. And we also have citywide conferences, most notably an ultrasound competition in the city of Philadelphia with the other residency programs in the city.
I just want to actually highlight two things here. Something that I really took for granted during my training was how the kind of QA process works. I think we really have a fantastic kind of QA conference here. A lot of places it's like a small committee, kind of in a small group setting, and you kind of get feedback from them almost like they're a black box. Here, it's really the entire department kind of discusses the cases. It's very interactive, and I think the quality of feedback and quality improvement is fantastic for that.
So once per month, usually the first month of the year, the first Wednesday of the month, we do a journal club where we get off for the evening and we go together to a faculty member's house. You can see here that we're at a house on Boathouse Row, which is usually pretty nice. We typically review about 2 to 3 different journal articles that is either something new showing up or just some classic articles out there, and just a time for all of us to get together, hang out, and discuss education in a different format. Typically following Journal Club, though, we have a few hours of dedicated time off for the residents so the residents can spend some time together, socialize before going back to shift.
There are a few annual or semi-annual events as well. Nick already talked about the monthly resident night out, but the big one we all look forward to towards the end of the year when the weather is getting really nice is Wellness Day, aka kind of resident retreat. And the lovely attendings we have here and volunteer to watch the ED and double coverage, and we get a couple days off, and it's an amazing bonding time. We do it at the end of the year, we catch up, we get to know each other, and get ready for the next year, say goodbye to our outgoing residents. We've got a few other things, such as the Wellness Committee, people who just kind of gravitate towards wanting to provide wellness and really balance the personal with the professional in our residency, which we are all really proud of here. And I think we all feel that the personal informs the professional and vice versa. On that topic, we have memberships to a variety of the national bodies of emergency medicine that have various events. This year we're getting together for ACEP, and we're getting alumni in town. We're going to do a bunch of fun events. And so all these things just provide ample avenues for combining, happy hours with professional networking and meetup times, and it's a great balance here.
Well, you can see these are our current residents, where they're from, as well as the folks who just left us, our graduating class from a couple months ago. Happy to report that 2 of them are still sticking around. Dr. Sani is currently our ultrasound fellow, and Dr. Lin has joined our faculty as an attending. And our graduates have really gone far and wide. We've got graduates as far north as Alaska, as far west as Hawaii, and in addition to scattered across the continental United States. So really excited to start making our footprint not just in the Philadelphia area, but across the country as well.
And not just geographically diverse, but our grads really can and do anything. They've practiced in busy urban inner city environments, very rural, remote Alaskan hospitals. They've gone on to work in the community as well as academics. We've had graduates go on to ultrasound fellowships, toxicology fellowships, med ed fellowships, EMS fellowships. They've gotten masters in public health afterwards to kind of further advance their academic career. So you really can do and be anything with a Crozier residency under your belt.
And I think you have a pretty good time, a pretty good life while you're a resident with us. It's not just about deferred gratification and a means to an end of being finished and becoming an attending. We've really got a great group that's here, and every year I'm amazed that we recruit another great group, and it continues to roll. One of the real nice things to me is that we don't have to defer our families and life while we're residents.
Yeah, so obviously you can see here, there's a lot of pictures of newborns, new family members. Crozier really takes pride in giving some time off for new births and spending some time home with your children.
I just wanted to add that since we are very baby-rich department on both resident side and faculty side, I just wanted to mention that we're very, very caring and supportive towards pregnancies, towards paternity and maternity leaves, breastfeeding. And we as a faculty body and the resident body are very attentive to those issues and the needs.
Mm-hmm.
And there's quite an array of clothes and equipment that gets passed down.
Yeah. So if you need baby clothes or bassinets or any of that stuff, definitely we have ample supply here.
This is the place for you.
All right, and we have a great, diverse, and varied faculty. Again, it's very hard to summarize that and show you all of the unique personalities, great experience, and expertise within emergency medicine that our faculty contains. But want to give you a bit of a taste and idea and a flavor of that.
So I want to speak a little bit about nurses and the other ancillary stuff that is available for you. The one kind of silver lining through this all that we are a team, and not just a team, we are a family. So in our team consists of more than 60 full-time nurses and other ancillary staff, and you will find that we have very good relationships with all of them. And sometimes we just, hang out even outside our clinical shifts together. Amongst ancillary services that are available to you, as you can see from the slide, there will be a respiratory therapist, transport, radiology, CT ultrasound, and others. And it says phlebotomy team, but I think you will take pride to do anything but not to call phlebotomy team, because you will be excellent at phlebotomy.
I think one of the great things about working at a community site is we all really consider ourselves all hands on deck. I've personally transported people to CT scan. I've had, nurses help, act as social workers. We all kind of try to wear as many hats and get cross-training as much as we can. And I think it really adds to the kind of team environment and enriches the kind of training that we all have here.
Yeah, hierarchy is not a thing. We are a family.
And sort of speaking of family and speaking of community, we're located in Delaware County. Delco is very close to Philly, but it's got its own vibe, its own personality, and it's really a distinct place. While many folks haven't heard of Delco per se, if you're not from the area, what you have heard of is many of the things that we have. Colleges like Villanova, Haverford, Swarthmore, lots of state parks, including Ridley Creek, which is where we hold our Wilderness Day each year. The Hines National Wildlife Refuge, Longwood Gardens, Tyler Arboretum are all sort of great outdoor spaces nearby. There's a real sort of diversity within the county, running from real inner city urban neighborhoods along the Delaware River in the south and east of the county to very rural and farming communities in the north and west of the county. Media is the county seat and is a great small town that has tons of bars and restaurants and a lot of outdoor activities, particularly in the summer.
It punches way above its weight as far as restaurant quality. Every summer, every Wednesday they shut down Main Street, and there's live music outside, and like all the restaurants, serve meals, kind of like an al fresco manner, and it's really a fantastic place to hang out.
Now, many of our residents kind of live scattered around the area, kind of depending on their particular needs, family situations, etc. The largest cluster of residents is definitely within sort of Center City, Philadelphia, or some of the communities adjacent to Center City, Fishtown and what have you. But there are residents that are scattered around the area, so just depending on what you're looking for, there's a wide variety of communities nearby that will suit your needs.
And Philadelphia is still an affordable city, and so you can find whatever residency for your price range. It's still a good city to live in.
Yeah, we're actively recruiting for both Team City and Team Suburb people. So if you consider yourself one of those, definitely you're welcome.
Yeah, and there's a lot of benefits besides geography. The salaries here are very competitive. Please look on the official website as they get adjusted and modified each year. We've got a very liberal educational stipend, $2,000 per year, that you can use for a variety of different educational related things, from board preparation or the board examination fees to books and supplies, laptops, and electronic hardware, going to conferences, etc. We have pretty generous vacation time, and then the standard medical, dental, liability insurances and whatnot. And so as we're getting to the end of the talk here, I really just want to emphasize that Crozier is really at the middle of a Venn diagram where we have tremendous patients from all types of backgrounds, all types of socioeconomic status, all types of acuity levels and complaints and medical problems. We have a really broad scope of practice because of the type of hospital we're in, because we have a largely unopposed practice of emergency medicine, and then really great diverse community and great places to live and work and play. You'll be in the hospital a lot, but you'll be out of the hospital even more. And so I think it's really important to find a program that fits you not just in the hospital, but outside of the hospital. And I really think that Crozier is at the intersection of all of those things. And
as a female voice, I just want to talk to the females that are listening to us right now. that we have a great body of female faculty and obviously female residents, and we do form a separate, I guess, family that is consists uniquely with girls, and we do hang out together. We have annual Women in EM kind of meeting, and in fact one is happening tonight where we will all get together, all girls, and we'll discuss issues that are unique to us, the ladies. So if you are a lady out there, just know if you come here, you will be loved and cared for in a very particular, specific way.
All right. Well, with that, we really all truly believe that there's nowhere else that you'll experience what you will at Crozier, whether that's patients, whether that's supportive faculty, whether that's the environment and community that we create. There's nowhere else where you'll be able to experience what you will here. And so we really appreciate your interest in our program. We appreciate you watching this video. For more information, please check out our Instagram page or our Twitter feed. We also have a website, crozierem.com, that has links to various other sort of information about our residents, our faculty, and so on. And then crozierhealth.org, which is the institutional website. So again, thanks for your interest in our program. It's been great speaking to you, and hopefully we'll get to know you and see you soon.
Thanks,
Thanks
guys.
all.
Bye.
Bye.